Also overnight, new strikes by Iran across the region. That includes attacks on a U.S. base in the Indian Ocean, as well as Saudi Arabia and Kuwait. All this is happening as hundreds of millions across the region mark the end of Ramadan with Eid al-Fitr celebrations. The situation remains very fluid across the Middle East. And in the middle of everything is NewsNation's Joe Khalil. He is live in Dubai. Good morning from New York, Joe. We just got this report a few moments ago about an attack on one of its nuclear facilities in Iran. What are you learning? Again, I know this just happened.
Yeah, good morning, Hannah. Well, this is really significant. The report is coming from Iran, and it says that either Israel or the U.S. struck the Natanz enrichment facility. The reason that is incredibly significant is because it's actually one of three places that the U.S. had already hit last year in Operation Midnight Hammer. Remember, after hitting three critical Iranian nuclear sites, the United States, President Trump, Secretary Hegseth all said that those sites were obliterated, that their capabilities had been significantly diminished. Whether that was potentially sort of an exaggerated assessment of it, it would require other hits today. And we just got that again, the Iranians confirming that Natanz was hit, as you continue to see Israeli and American strikes on Iran and at specific and critical targets there.
And Joe, thank you for that update. I want to go back to those comments from the president our viewers heard from a moment ago, winding down military action across the region. You're in that region. What more are you learning?
Yeah, he did suggest, he said that the U.S. may be close to winding it down, but it seems like by virtually every other metric, the war is actually widening. You've got, for the first time, Iran widening its target base, striking not a target in the Middle East, but rather in the Indian Ocean, a U.S.-UK joint base. Diego Garcia there, the first time that we've seen an Iranian strike there. And in addition to that, we've also seen Iran continue to strike inside of Israel as well. Yet again, there were missile strikes that were near the old city of Jerusalem. You see here, there were some reports that shrapnel reportedly fell near the Al-Aqsa Mosque, several holy sites in Jerusalem, all in a relatively small area there. You've also got Israel and several of the Arab countries here in the Gulf that report that Iranian missiles and drones continue to fly overnight, and that several of them, most of them, were intercepted. In fact, Saudi Arabia reported something like 47 drones intercepted overnight incoming from Iran, which is an incredibly high volume there. Meantime, President Trump, as he continues to talk about sort of what comes next, this is what he said in terms of a potential pause in the fighting. Take a listen.
We can have dialogue, but I don't want to do a ceasefire. You don't do a ceasefire when you're literally obliterating the other side.
A little bit hard to hear, but he said, I don't want to do a ceasefire because you don't do a ceasefire when you're obliterating the enemy. So that is the message there from President Trump. Remember, Hannah, that just next week we expect that this deployment of 2,500 additional U.S. Marines will be here in place around Iran, potentially close to the Strait of Hormuz. The phrase dire straits here seems apt, as you are now increasing the troop level in the region, not decreasing it.
The metrics certainly different than what the president is saying on Truth Social. Joe Khalil, live in Dubai for us. Joe, thank you. I'll check in with you in the next hour.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.